Alright, I don't know if y'all can hear me good. I know I'm outside and shit. You can hear the kids and shit and the airplanes. But I don't know, I haven't really made a vid in like probably like over a year. But I just felt like making a vid today about my damn Panthers. Um, we suck. Basically, that's all it really comes down to. I think the defense, they had one of their better games that they have all like they've had all year. They just say in the fourth quarter they didn't get it done when it mattered. So I mean, it really didn't matter. If you're not gonna do it in the fourth quarter, it's not gonna really matter. So that's when the game is on the line. So if you're not gonna do it in the fourth quarter, then it doesn't matter. But our defense been trash all year. So I mean, that's pretty much what I come to expect from the defense this year. Hopefully when we get Hardy back, it'll change a lot. I doubt it because he's gonna probably be out of football shape. They say he's staying in shape, but I mean, he gonna have to get back in the swing of things. So I don't really think he'll really help us out that much when he comes, if he comes back. Our defense just everybody. It seemed like everybody just regressed on defense. That's what it seemed like. I mean, Luke Kuechly is still Luke Kuechly. Thomas Davis is still Thomas Davis. But I mean, everybody else, it seemed like everybody else regressed. Our corners, we didn't really have great corners last year. So our corners that we have this year really aren't all that good either. Safeties, they're not that good. I think our safeties were better last year. We had Mike Mitchell and Quentin Michael Godfrey before he got hurt. So it was better there. That's one reason why our defense got bad though, because we had a lot of people that we had on defense we lost. So they may not have, even if they may not have been great players, but that chemistry I think put them over the edge as opposed to what we had this year. It seemed like this year it's like a lot of people are now on page, and then like you say, it seemed like a lot of players regressed, especially like on our defensive line. It seemed like Star Latulele, Charles Johnson, Kawan, it seemed like everybody, kind of regressed. Like everybody on the defensive line, it's like everybody regressed. So it's like that right there. It's making it hard. Like when you have sorry corners, you need a pass rush. So if nobody's getting to the quarterback, then it doesn't matter. Like, and then stopping the run, they having a hard time with that. They looked a lot, like I said, they looked pretty good today. The defensive line, the defense today looked more like the defense that we had last year. Like I say, besides that last drive where Russell Wilson and them scored. But our problem is defense, and then offense. It's like with the offense, you never, like from drive to drive, you never know what to expect with our offense. It's like we got good players. We have Kelvin Benjamin and Greg Olsen. They're my top two targets. And then you have, Kadri, Jason Avant, who are pretty good receivers. Given a chance, they pretty good. They pretty good route runners, and they got good hands, and they catch the ball. They really don't drop passes. They don't have no speed, so that's really their real downfall. The problem with our offense is, I think what we should do, I think we should just pretty much abandon the run game. I think we would be. I wouldn't say abandon the run game. I think we should do something that they don't want to do. I think we should become more of a passing offense. Because I think we need to change up our approach on offense. I think we should come out with more bunch receiver sets and things like that. I just think because it's like we keep trying to run the ball, but our offensive line is horrible. So it's like it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter how much you try to do it. It doesn't matter. I think we just need to try to become more of a passing offense. I think until we get some better alignment in there, we're not gonna run the ball right. I think if your best running play is the read option when your quarterback is running, that's not really. I don't even really consider that a running game. I like read option plays. Me personally, I don't really consider that a run. I feel like it's just a quarterback run. Like it's a run, but I don't consider it a real running game. Because when we run when we run regular runs that we give to our running back, without all that faking shit, just a straight up run, it never goes anywhere. No more than like 2-3 yards. Sometimes, Stewart to break a couple tackles, get some more yards. But our offense, like I don't remember the last time we broke our actual long run, like down the field for like 30, 50, 30, 40 yards. You know what I'm saying? Like, because our offensive line is just sorry. It's like, it's horrible, man. They suck passing too, so I really don't know if that would even help trying to go to a more passing set. But I think we got more weapons in the passing game than we do running because our offensive line is sorry. So I think our offensive line is a little better as far as pass blocking. I think they're a little better as far as pass blocking as opposed to run blocking. Just look at the stats. We can't run the ball really, so I don't know what to say. Another problem is play calling on offense. I mean, you run a screen on 4th and 25 at the end of the game. That whole last drive just pissed me off. I already knew we wasn't going to score, but the way they went out was ridiculous. Like, how the fuck you start? Okay, you get the ball. It's like 40 seconds left. These niggas, as opposed to gaining yards, they went back, lost 25 yards. Like, bro, you couldn't even get 1 yard. You couldn't even gain any yards. Like, you get sacked like 2 times. I think have a false start, and then you run a screen. It gets like 2-3 yards. On the last play of the game, a screen. Like, come on, man, really? Mike Schuler. If I was Cam, I would have ordered but out of that shit, man. I would have changed the fucking play. Who the fuck gonna run it? Why you gonna run a screen, bro? You should have just took Cam Newton out of the fucking game if he was gonna run that shit. But yeah, our team, we got a lot of issues as far as coaching, and then we just don't have a lot of talent on defense as far as like the back end anyway. Offense, we don't have any real talent on the offensive line. That's our only real problem on offense. We have good enough receivers, What they need to do is start getting the ball to Greg Olsen more. They don't run plays for him enough. I mean, it would be one thing if they were running his plays and he's not getting open or he's dropping passes, but I don't really see him even getting targeted. So it's obvious. It looked like they're not even calling plays for Greg Olsen. So I don't get that when he's obviously our best receiver. I mean, the dude is fast as hell. Like, for a tight end, like he's probably our fastest receiver besides like Burson. Oh, she look good. Besides Burson and Philly Brown, but they're not even starters, so they're never even in the game. So I think Greg Olsen is probably our fastest receiver. He's a tight end. Like he's good. Like he get open. Like I think he has the best chance of getting open because he's playing against linebackers. Linebackers can't cover, so I don't understand why they don't run more plays to him. Kelvin Benjamin, he was giving Richard Sherman the work. I really expected that anyway. I think Kelvin Benjamin is pretty much going to be a stud. I don't really think it matters who is guarding him. It don't really matter. I think because of his size, it's not going to matter. He can catch the ball in traffic and shit. So it really don't matter who's guarding him. Obviously, he's not the fastest guy. So it doesn't matter. He's still getting catches because it's not because of his speed. It's because of his size. So, but yeah, it's coaching, like execution, play calling, shit like that. We play the Saints. Like, I really don't know what to expect. I really don't know if we're going to win this game either. The only reason why I'm not too mad is because our division is sorry. So it's like we're still number 1. Which is amazing. Like, we might win the division. We might win the division just with like 7 wins this year, 6-7 wins. That's amazing. So that's why I ain't really tripping. But it's still not gonna be good because if we go into the playoffs looking bad, I mean, we're gonna get dragged the first game anyway. So it's not really that great if you make the playoffs and you just get dragged. But who knows what can happen? You can get in the playoffs and anything can happen. But I don't know, man. I don't already know, man. I mean, y'all already know our issues, man. Our team's just they vintage Panthers, man. They beating themselves. The thing about it, this was actually a pretty good game. Besides the fourth quarter, you would have liked to see the offense put up more points. But they were moving the ball. It just wasn't scoring. Like, you had the turnovers and field goals and shit like that. So, oh yeah, and that read option shit, Cam fumbled on that damn read option and Jonathan Stewart. That's one reason why I don't consider that a real running game, because that shit right there, I don't really like it. You can't make read option can't be your staple for a run game. You know, when they're doing a read option, the running back really doesn't even know if Cam is going to give him the ball. So they're both looking to hold the ball, and that's what you see on that fumble. That's why we need to be able to run the ball out of a traditional set. Their read option is good. It's cool because it keeps the defense balanced and it keeps them honest, so they don't know what's going to happen. But when you overly excessively run it, sometimes Cam be making the wrong reads. Like, he'll keep the ball when he need to give it to him, or sometimes he'll give the ball to the running back when he should have kept it. Like, I be looking at that shit. Sometimes he get the ball to the running back, and it'd be like nobody on the back trying to watch Cam or anything. He could have kept the ball. So I just don't like that. They need to be able to run the ball. I feel like in the off season they just need to go out there a bunch of linemen. I mean, it's that serious. It's that simple, man. It don't really matter, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what receivers you have. They need to fix that offensive line. I say our first 2 picks in the draft need to be a lineman, unless there's just some studs at like wide receiver or something. But I really don't even care about that, because I feel like receivers can be. You can mold a great receiver. I think offensive linemen. To make a good offensive lineman, most linemen that are good offensive linemen are high picks. I think for your offensive line, you have to build through the draft. It's that simple. I think with receivers, because receivers can get open if you give them enough time to get open. I just think you can have 7th-round receivers. When it comes to offense, you need an offensive line. That's what we need. Our offensive line is trash. I don't know, I'm just rambling. I'm about to go ahead and end this video, though. I just feel like making a vid. Alright.